Hey, it's Cecil, and it's Saturday, and today we are doing something a little bit different in The Sims. We're still doing a speed build, but it's been maybe over a year. I'll have to double check on that since we last made any sort of like randomly generated build. And I was thinking, let's do that. I don't have any specific inspiration, any specific lots that I want to redo, so let's make a randomly generated build. There's a few different random build generators that exist out there. There's some that are not super updated, unfortunately. Like, I love the Sensation one, and that's the one I used the last time, and it's my preferred because you can choose what packs you do or don't have. Unfortunately, I don't think that they have updated in a while, and there might be a reason for that. Life happens, but you know. Either way, I think it's gonna be the one that we use. It's updated enough to give a random build. I'm rambling. All right, let's do this. So I've got my pack settings in, which is that I own everything except for Batu. And now let's do this. Where's the generate button? Oh, there. It's the dice. Okay. An A-frame house in Newcrest with the lot trait registered vampire layer for one sim with a budget of 92K. You know? Let's try another. It really wants vampires here. Sorry, I'm not letting it just choose my build. It does have to be something that I think I can build. Build a brown mid-century modern house in Sulani with the lot trait private dwelling for 6 sims with a budget of 37K. It must include cat stuff and a hidden room. I can work with this, I think. Okay, so now we are in the speed build portion of the video, and this house, it's kind of small, and by kind of, I mean it feels really small, and it's not very architecturally interesting. I mean, it's not like horrible, but it's not something I would normally build. I had a lot of I looked up mid-century modern, and I was trying to do the whole like the roof thing that I'm doing right here, but it was a little bit difficult because I couldn't like figure out exactly what size and angle the roofs needed to be in order for them to work like that, and I don't know. um I like how the house turned out altogether, but as I was editing the first portion of it, I was like, oh my god, I totally did not put any cat stuff in this. I also didn't include any lot traits. But honestly, that's like a 1 second fix that I can do once we go into the game. But for the hidden room, I ended up just having that be like this outside portion. That's like sort of hidden by the fence and the roof. And I think that counts. I think that's good enough. When you're working with that kind of a budget and you have, you know, 6 sims to try and squeeze into this space, it just you work with what you've got. Um I liked the vibe of mid-century modern because it looked like they were very windowy, but then most of the build is like the bedrooms because they needed a place to sleep. And so most of the windows are really just on the front. And that's fine. I did a lot more like finagling with just there's the few things that are architecturally interesting in this build. It's it took some time. I was like, maybe I could do some half walls to make, and I had to decide like, no, okay, the actual like full roof needs to be all the way out on this side, but on that side, in order for it to clip with the chimney the way I want it to, it needs to just be like the overhang part. And there was a lot of finagling. And I could not make up my mind about what I wanted to do with the like garden bed area, and also I didn't like that I could see up through the roof, and that was really bugging me. um in the end, I think everything turned out well, and I'm happy with it. uh but I did not include any cat stuff. I also didn't include the lot trait. The lot trait we can put in. I don't know about the cat stuff. I don't think there's really anywhere to put cat stuff. There is no cat stuff. Now, the thing that I like about build generators is sometimes it can be fun for like doing a challenge, but other times it can just be fun for like fun. Like you don't have to worry about it too much if you do not want to. And I did not want to. I didn't want to worry about it too much. I just wanted to have a silly good time, and so that is what we did. And I hope that's okay. I think I enjoy build challenges sometimes, but I'm an artist. I need I need inspiration more than I need to be challenged because you know. But I so the other thing is that I'm building this on that like off the grid lot in um the really pretty area of Sulani, as if that's specific. The area that's like by the volcano and the waterfall and all of that stuff. Um, so I wanted to build in that area because it's the only like empty lot that I have in this particular save. So that's just what I went with. So I was building this lot in the really pretty area of Sulani. So I don't know. That's where it was built. And I wanted it to kind of fit the vibe, but obviously that vibe is not mid-century modern, so I did include some like island living stuff and whatnot. Yeah, oh gosh, I do not remember what I was trying to say when I brought that up. I'm looking at myself struggling with the windows, and I wanted a window that was the same size as the door, or like that I could make look the same size as the door, and they were all wrong. None of them were right, and I love this game so much all of the time. Nothing ever goes wrong. I'm having a wonderful time right now reliving this. um yeah, the architecture was an interesting time. I think I'm happy with how it came out all in all, but it was difficult to get there, you know. Um but I'm happy with it. Anyways, like I said, most of the windows are in the front of the build, and I wanted to put some stuff in the roof, and there just wasn't any windows that looked right in the roof, and that was really annoying. But alas. And then I'm honestly impressed that the floor plan wasn't harder. Like, I was kind of expecting to struggle with the floor plan, but I just didn't. I was like, maybe it is what it is. Um, and so what I ended up doing was like giving both the parent bedroom and then the two kid bedrooms, because that's how I went with a family build. I also don't mind me trying to decide if I want a gate on that area or not. But I decided to make those like bump out, and then everything else was like fine, you know. But yeah, the floor plan I feel came together pretty easily. It just kind of worked. It was like, okay, yeah, once I'm in here, what do I need? I need at least 3 bedrooms, right? As long as I can have 2 sets of bunk beds, I'll be good. And we got the 2 sets of bunk beds in. Everything was okay. um, the master bathroom is not like any bigger really than the kids' bedroom. It has the same things. It just has one less door going into it, you know. The thing that I was working with, I finally remember why I brought up what lot I was building this on. Hey, I have ADHD. So the lot that I was building this on cost 7,000 simoleons for just the plot of land. And the budget for this was 37K. So I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be 37K after purchasing the lot, because then the little like in the thing over there that has the that has the lot value, I wasn't sure if I should be counting like, should I count that as the budget, or should I be considering like 37K after that initial 7K? So should it be okay for it to go up to 44K if necessary? And I kind of split it in the middle. And so it's the lot value overall costs more than 37K, but the actual, like, just the build, not including the lot, is less than that. So I kind of like, I found a middle in between those because I was like, I don't think I can do this when I'm already being cut off by 7,000 simoleons, you know? So yeah. I think it was a little bit like the floor plan itself was fine, but like figuring out where I wanted to put things so that everything would function was a little bit more challenging. I think it came together in the best way that it could, but I also think looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I don't even know where I would have put cat stuff. This is a small house. And it's not like really small. Like it wouldn't have qualified as a tiny home or anything, but like for the amount of Sims in there, there's not a lot of room. And I feel like I could have added a second floor maybe, but all of the mid-century modern houses that I was looking at on Google appear to be like they appear to all be relatively one storied. I don't know if that's like a feature of mid-century modern. I did not do like a bunch of research going into this because I didn't want to. So I was going off of pictures and vibes, and I think, you know, I think it turned out okay. And I think we definitely got the brown. I feel like if mid-century modern and island had a baby, it would be this house. Except maybe if I was making this house under different circumstances, it could be a little bit bigger with some slightly nicer things in it. um, you know? But that's okay because that's not the build we were doing. And for the build that it is, I like it. I wanted to put like at least a little bit of patio furniture, and I was saving my budget at least a little bit until I could get the hot tub because I was like, I'm putting a hot tub in that little hidden room, in that little hidden area on the patio. That seemed like the move, you know? And then I did debug landscaping because I did not want to spend budget on landscaping. So I went through and I just filtered island living. So all of the landscaping is debug from island living, and I put that like stone pathway to lead up, and I looked at all of the other stuff and I tried to put what looked like it made sense to be in the area. And, you know, I wanted it to be like kind of lush like the area around it, but not be like too much, you know? I think we succeeded. I think we did okay. But after this is all done, we will hop into game and look at it. We'll add the lot trait that's supposed to be added. We'll pop it onto the gallery. It'll be a great fun time. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that there were like some activities and whatnot in there, and I also wanted to make sure that there was like a dresser, even if it was just the hanging clothes. The kids' rooms got a dresser, and I wanted to try and put some wall art and stuff, and that was about the point where I was like, okay, in order to make this not look ugly, I wanna make it look like someone lives here, you know? There's not a lot of personality, but there's at least there's at least a little bit, you know? And there's only one counter that you can use. That's honestly fine. You don't need more than one counter to cook, so it's all good. And then I went for the sand colored like raised garden patches because I was like, I don't know. They obviously need money to expand their home, so they need to garden is what they need to do. And then I put in a chess table by one of the windows, and there we go. We have a computer, we have an easel, we have a chess table. What more could you need? I didn't paint the inside of the chimney because I was like, I didn't want to because that was money that we really did not have. So, you know. um, but yeah, we put down a couple of beach towels, so there's plenty of places for them to like tan and lounge and, you know, enjoy living by the ocean. Um, since most of the budget went into living by the ocean, we put in a couple of towel racks and all of that, and I have no idea how many packs were used in this, and frankly, I'm scared to find out. Um, I'm sure it was definitely more than a couple. because I wasn't gonna limit myself there since I was trying to at least somewhat work within the confines of like the challenge. But yeah, let's take a moment and hop into the build and see how it turned out. Here is the completed build. Like I said, here's the stone pathway. We've got the windows, which I kind of like that you can see some of the art that I put like right there. And back here, we've got the hot tub. Oh my gosh, come on. We've got the hot tub and just like little chill area. Let's quickly throw the private dwelling. Where is that? Private dwelling. There it is. But when we go inside of the house, we've got 2 bathrooms, one for the kids, one for the parents. We've got the parents' bedroom, which is pretty boring because it's mostly taken up by doors and the bed. Same thing with the kids' bedrooms, but we've got, we've got the dresser, we've got a little bit of artwork. And I tried to add at least a touch of personality into the beds. Again, no clue where I would have put cat stuff. I guess if I'd like knocked out some of these walls and used it as functional space maybe, but I didn't want to. So yeah, it's small, it's simple, it's sweet. It's the build. It's on the gallery. I am awkwardfangirl6 on the gallery if you would like to see it. It uses, you know what? We have no arrows. And I think that the fact that we have no arrows means I showed restraint. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if there are any like proper build challenges that you would like for me to do in the future. You can follow me in the links in the description box below, including on Twitch, where I play The Sims most weeks when I have the the physical and mental health available to do so. And subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys not next week, but the week after, because I'm taking a week off for another speed build.